ago said we're doing it this way. Hi! Hot
Hello,
Mike!
everyone. Hot Mike, we're here. Hi, everyone. My name is Jaeger, and in the booth, I have Dreth, and in production, we have Rami. Today, we have UNI Overwatch semifinals for GGLeagues. Just
That,
so excited.
that is accurate. It do be the semifinals.
It do be the
It do
semifinals.
be. Last time we had the quarterfinals, and next time we will have the finals because we will be winning this today. That's the bold
Yes.
Jacob prediction of the day out early for you.
All right. Well, it's going to be a much more tougher challenge. Even though last time we did 3-0 UTC Navy, they're not bronze though, so they're not like Graceland where we expect an easy walk in the park. This team is a little bit more higher skilled, a little bit more team coordinated, and UNI is going to have to really make sure that it is their game to win. Like it's their game to lose in a sense, because if UNI isn't together cohesively, I mean UTC wants to play for it all. I mean, they got stuff to prove. And UNI is just trying to defend to get to that final point of potentially facing Northwestern in the finals next week. So, Dreth, with this setup, what do you think we expect tonight? Of course, you said we were going to win, but how do you think UNI is going to win tonight?
Well, I think it will be a lot. I hope it's a lot closer, honestly, than last week. That was kind of a little sad to watch, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. But I know we have some kind of roster shakeups a little bit for UNI. It sounds like Wildcat may be out today,
Oh,
um, which increases our chances of seeing the Wrecking Ball. And if we play the Wrecking Ball, we win. Oh wait, Wildcat's there. What am I talking
I was
about?
going to say, I
They were
literally
just
see him.
talking. They were just talking about Wildcat being gone. All right, well, never mind. No Wrecking Ball. It's fine. I guess we just have to get a clean 3-0. That's
Yeah.
fine.
I mean, that's fine. It's okay, but like I said, this is UNI's game to lose. But also on that same note, this is the first time that all of our starters have played together since week 2.
Yeah, it's
Think
been
about
a
that.
minute. It
That's been a hot minute
it has
because
been a minute.
it has. And normally it's like Vandium's out because he's working, or Moonlit's gone, or God's Jedi can't make it. So usually we have the people like Coonrad, Clark, and all the there was another one that Coonrad, Clark,
Conrad
and
Clarkster. I think those are our two subs, right?
yeah, I thought there was
Yeah,
3 for some
Conrad
odd reason.
Clarkster. Yeah.
Which they have done an excellent job filling up the roles and coming up off the bench. But this is where we get to see UNI in its full-fledged form. Like we
Yeah,
got Wildcat on the tank, DPS duo, Vandium on lasting, and if you can get that going, that's going to be fantastic. And
yeah. I'm really looking forward to seeing this DPS line together. I know that's usually kind of what gets subbed in and out. Um, but seeing these two on the DPS line is fun. Lasting has a lot of flexibility, and those few comfort picks from Vandium, if they can get it rolling, you can do quite a bit of damage with those.
yeah, I mean, of course, we've also seen the growth from Moonlit and God's Jedi being able to stay alive and sustain during those prolonged team fights that a lot of these teams really like to try and grind it out. And that's just mainly because of the compositions that we're playing between the rush, brawl, pseudo dive kind of stuff with the Ramatra, the Reinhardt, and of course the Orisa. So it's going to be interesting to see how UNI, of course, on paper is to win today. They are the 2 seed playing against a 5 seed. Of course, UTC Navy is 5-2, so of course their one loss was probably to us. Well, guaranteed they lost to us, and they probably lost to Northwestern. So they're really fighting for this one. So how they're going to bounce back from this is going to be interesting because the last regular season playoff was against UTC Navy, and UNI did 3-0 them in pretty commanding fashion. But UNI will have to do it again today.
Yeah, it's one thing to get them one time, but if they can make it happen a second time, that'd be pretty good. Don't have much more to add to that, but this team, UTC Navy, has seen what UNI has to offer, right? So they've had all this time to kind of prep, look back on that match, and maybe come up with some interesting compositions, some interesting strategies. we shall see. I'm wondering if UNI has done the same preparation, or there is the possibility that they feel overconfident coming into this based off the last match. So be interesting. I think the first point of this first map, which I believe will be Lijiang Tower, will tell a lot about how this match is going to go today.
Yeah, and that's going to be an interesting thing too, is that when UTC and UNI both played the last time, they played on Busan. And there was actually a point in time where UTC was running a monkey, I believe, and they actually did a pretty strong first map. Like, they did an excellent job at diving the supports, getting their one early pick, taking that high ground because they started on mech base and got the point ticked over to well over 50% until UNI was able to, of course, do their standard bend but don't break offense defense and was able to get the rest of Busan. But it's going to be an uphill battle to climb. And I completely agree with you, Dreth, that it's going to be the tone setter on first map in Lijiang Tower.
Definitely, definitely, and looks like we're still waiting on UTC to ready up, but should be jumping into this here pretty soon. But yeah, no, it will be interesting to see kind of if UNI sticks to their tried and true compositions. Maybe this would be a good opportunity to try out something a little new,
Panther.
more of a
Oh, sorry.
hamster, more of a scrim style. Knowing that they do have the advantage over this team, it might be good to practice something different heading into the finals match, assuming they get there. But they got to go through UTC first.
Right. That's completely correct. That's another double-edged sword. If I can actually talk about words in my
So a
mouth.
lot of a lot of variations on swords going on these days.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword that we have the wonderful opportunity to stream these matches and show the world, the UNI esports program through Overwatch and all this other thing. But you also got to take it into consideration that other teams can watch us and essentially watch tape on us and learn how to combat our standard of play or like just our compositions and whatnot. So teams would have that advantage. Now, whether they take advantage of that, that's it depends. But I fully expect that UNI is going to come out playing strong. Of course, they are going to be a little confident, going to be a little cocky. I didn't get it from being in the chat room beforehand, as opposed to the game against Graceland. But I still fully expect to probably see an Orisa come out from Wildcat, depending on this. If we're at Control Center, maybe a Rhine or a Sigma. It's going to be interesting to see because when it comes to Overwatch, especially when you're at this mid to high tier play, it's going to come down to the chess match of trying to adapt to what the other team is doing and then counter that.
Yeah, talking to the team before the match, they were kind of laying low a little bit, playing a little mystery heroes while they're waiting for everyone to get together. But it's one of those where you want to find the balance between the two. And something I just thought of: are we playing Life Weaver? Is like
No,
no? Okay, okay, good,
no,
good.
yeah, we follow the standard format of two
Okay,
weeks before.
that's what I
Yeah,
thought. But I just want to make sure that this wasn't going to be a clown fiesta, because Life Weaver, I mean, that changes the game for everybody. But okay, cool.
but yeah. So I mean, I don't know how OP Lifeweaver is since I've been stuck in busy season. It's just been nightmare just working and then going to sleep. So I haven't been able to play Lifeweaver, so I don't know if Lifeweaver's overpowered yet.
I haven't been able to play him either, but he looks kind of like Kiriko, where if you know what you're doing, can
Oh
be
yeah.
kind of sketchy, but
Yeah.
kind of a potato in the lower ranks.
Yeah.
So we shall see. I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll have weeks and weeks of people just trying it for the first time in all your matches, just throwing, just to try and get used to it. But
Yeah. I
quick
fully
play will
expect
be a
that.
hellscape for a while.
Oh, it always will be. And I hate to see what the support queue time is
I
now with
guess when
Lifeweaver.
when isn't quick play a hellscape though? Let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah,
It's
that's true. I
it's
mean,
time.
solo queuing is
Yeah.
something else. Or even queuing with like a full team. A full stack is you could either get steamrolled or do the steamrolling.
There's no in between.
No. And especially I remember back when you could look at the levels of the other players, like when you just hit tab.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun to see like, okay, you could gauge on when you were going to be steamrolled because you'd be like, oh, there's some diamond like level players.
Yeah, these people have been playing Overwatch since 2016. Hooray! Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
but
fantastic.
I don't know.
Don't make me feel old yet.
Let's just say the tweet just references me. So it looks like UTC Navy is having some issues with UNI's ranks.
Really?
That's what I'm seeing in the little chat as it pops up. Production, is there any way you could hit enter and let us see? Just saying you guys last season was something higher and the tweet just references being placed lower. Okay, so for context, season 4, there was a strange MMR bug that's causing a lot of SRs and ranks to show up goofy right now. And looks like UNI says they have proof of it, but we're just sorting through the details of UTC trying to accuse us of cheating. But
of course, you know, if they can that would just be so sad if it always came to that.
yeah,
I think they're just trying to weasel their way into a default forfeit victory, if anything.
Yeah, which you hate to see, especially in these kind of just for fun sort of leagues.
Right.
Like, come on, man, just play the match. We all got things to do. We got places to be.
Yeah. But I mean, considering things, you know, bugs like this, it's gonna happen, and you just got to work around it.
You know, the small indie developer.
Only the small indie developer, Blizzard Activision.
Dev of Blizzard Activision. You know, you gotta cut them some slack sometimes, right? Yeah.
Right.
You know.
So I wouldn't be surprised if UTC Navy would probably reach out or to maybe a GGLeagues coach or
like
sponsor.
Maybe UTC is coming around to playing, but it's a little like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Just play these matches. Just make it happen.
I mean, maybe what they were trying to do was call our bluff, and then we'd be like, oh no. But looks like StarClana, being the forward thinker that she is,
already had the link and everything sent to him.
Had the link, had screenshots of everybody's.
That is coaching right there. Let's go!
Woo! Go StarClana with the link.
Play of the game.
Play of the coach right there.
StarClana with the pot G, everybody.
Start playing the Overwatch victory theme, and then the intro. I wouldn't know what Star's play of the game intro would be. Like her hopping off a gif of her touching Winston really fast.
What? I do not.
I don't know.
I hope somebody in chat knows. Oh God.
Interesting.
I forgot about that. Okay. I forgot about that team.
Look, we are in
we
the
are
game.
Playing Overwatch.
Yes.
Wow. Dude,
I thoroughly enjoy this. We are finally. I'm glad that we could put a silly little bug to the side, and we can actually play some Overwatch.
Look at this view. Look at it. What's on that billboard over there? What is that?
A
dog?
dog
On the top of the billboard? I see it. I see it now. What's below it? Oh, it's gone now. Whatever. All right. Let's freaking do this, gamers.
Okay, so looks like we are going to start out with the Orisa and Unlasting on the Symmetra. So of course we're going with that standard sim strat. Go on to the point, brawl it out from there. and hopefully win the first team fight.
Yes,
Unlasting with the shot and completely woofed it.
well, happens. It's fine. It's
Happens
fine.
to the best of us.
Looks like UNI will be rolling out. Gonna use the TP to get up on top of the point. Hopefully get there before UTC does and establish themselves and set up. And it doesn't even look like UTC. Oh, they're gonna be trying for the
Oh,
same
they
thing.
did?
Wait,
they're
nobody went
late?
through it.
Yeah, they were late. Are they baiting and switching?
We did just...
Looks like they are going to go through with the monkey. It looks like they're starting out with the monkey again. And of course, both of these teams really duking it out. But right now, UNI with the advantage and the kill to start off with the pick. Wonderful pick there from God's Jedi.
Yeah, and that is not not something you want to be walking into if you're UTC. Oh, as Unlasting actually does get picked. Get caught out a little early there. Kind of a weird spot for UNI, but Unlasting should be able to get back pretty quickly with that teleporter.
Yeah. And of course, UNI has to maintain this momentum and this pressure. Of course, they do have the ticks on their side, and it is going to come up to UTC whether they, have to go into this engage. We actually saw this last time from Graceland. Like, they only had the first team fight in the first 95 seconds.
Oh,
like 95 ticks.
Do not drag me back to that purgatory of a match. But yeah, same sort of deal. At least UTC is, they're actively taking team fights. They're pushing in. They're not just sitting there waiting. So it's good.
Yeah.
Vandium's setting up for this flanking.
Yes, he's flanking with 49 seconds taken over.
So now it's gonna be on UNI to bait them out and see if
I wonder if they're gonna go with the Orisa ultimate, pull him in, and then get the shot off. As we see the teleport already getting ready here from Vandium.
Where are they
going?
going?
It looks like they're not gonna bait it out. UTC might be going all the way wrapped around.
Oh,
and Wildcat with a huge
Wildcat!
triple.
What?
CC'd him right off the edge of the map, and UNI gets the team kill.
Wow, I wonder what the play of the game's gonna be. Not a single ult used from UNI. Set up for success. Huge play from Wildcat. And coming in the last team fight.
With all ultimates, like, UNI is really showing what they have to do to win this. And definitely a statement being made here as we see all the ultimates come out to the side of both of these players already. With this overtime ticking over, UNI gets the beat off, and Wildcat again with 2 kills right off the bat, and now Vandium cleans it up with the Reaper ultimate. Strong first map for UNI. Oh my goodness, Dread.
That was absolutely insane from Wildcat.
What did I just witness?
That was pretty darn good, if I may say so myself there, bud.
Oh yeah, don't you know?
That tournament is over.
Watch our flanks.
That tournament's over.
And of course, Lord Macewick said Orisa Wildcat is literally unkillable. And
True.
after seeing that first map, I would have to agree.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Very, very good. I don't even think. Well, we saw it as it happened, right? We saw from Vandium's perspective as he just shoved the 3 off the map. But coming out with the pharmacy here on Gardens, be interesting to see if Vandium can get a lot of value here.
Yeah, that's going to be his game to lose. Is they're taking away that, but already off to a huge start, getting the kill, the boop off of Godot. And with this, UTC crumbling. Even though Z-Blaze able to get the magnetic pipe bomb off, but to no avail as Moonlit gets the res. Fantastic first team fight again for UNI. And of course, they got the Symmetra from Unlasting. Gonna go ahead, set up those turrets, and you're ready for UTC.
Yeah, that's definitely the start that UNI wanted. That huge opening pick from Vandium is awesome, and you're just able to pepper in from the sides here. UTC has no answer to this far.
As we see here, a huge triple kill. And the lamp isn't even going to help as Vandium is able to get that triple kill and a follow-up again from Unlasting. The constant pressure now as we see Vandium got a 10 kill streak. And UNI with another team kill to the books.
Yeah, that Not really much more to say other than UNI or UTC just did not have an answer, and UNI's pushed way up here. I'd be kind of careful if I'm God's Jedi. Maybe playing a little sketchy there, but
Yeah, you don't want to
working.
get too cocky here too fast because, of course, if you get that one pick, UTC is going to switch that momentum, push in,
And just
and
like that, God's Jedi got caught way out in front.
ooh, this is going to be hard for UNI to come back, and hopefully UTC is now going to apply that pressure as we see Bapple Sauce on the Reinhardt trying to come in. But, of course, all those ultimates are negated as we see Unlasting there with a clutch. Just keeps on going. Oh my goodness, Unlasting.
That's great ultimate placement from Unlasting, being able to negate the window from the Baptiste. I mean, it's just textbook what you want to be using that. It's very hard to find real good, legitimate utilitarian uses for Symmetra's wall, but that was a great example of the correct way to do it.
Yeah. Excellent, great utilization from Unlasting. Of course, that's going to be another thing to play here as can we take it into overtime? Can UTC touch? And they do.
They got
Kiriko ults are popped, but of course that means nothing as Vandium gets a double kill. Of course, cleaned up there by Wildcat, and there's again a scrim on the overtime match. It's going to be UTC trying to get the hammer. Can't quite get it to go as Unlasting is able to get the kill on Bapple Sauce, and with that, UNI takes Lijiang Tower.
As Unlasting takes the victory yeet off the edge of the map.
I too would yeet because I think God's Jedi was the only one to pick. Oh yes, yay, the Wildcat.
How did you get everyone? Just the luck. The luck associated with that is insane.
That is. But you also have to realize that as a tank player, you know when you need to take space and when you need to not take space. And then realizing that the enemy team is in this choke. They're going to be playing around the sides of the walls. I have the CC ability that I can just push out there to literally what is maybe realistically 7 feet of space between, the point and complete nothingness, like insta death.
Yeah, not to say that was just pure luck. It's like you're saying, it's knowing when to take those chances and knowing that now's probably a good time to push across at your best opportunity to get those picks. Just great decision overall from Wildcat.
Yeah, but not to mention, let's talk about Unlasting and his ability as a sim player. The Symmetra on Lijiang Tower is huge. It is what all high tier compositions usually play. And being able to utilize the Symmetra correctly and get the utilizations out of her kit is what really stands you apart from a lot of these teams. And we saw that with, of course, first point, first ever contact. I believe I counted it like 2 seconds between UNI actually getting to the point, between UTC even placing their teleporter. Like, 2 seconds means a lot when you're playing control.
So, yeah, it's the little things like that that make a huge difference in who wins that first team fight. And when you're on control, the first team fight is everything for the round. And that makes a huge difference. Not to say you can't come back from it, but that makes a massive difference.
So going on to hybrid now, we're going to King's Row. And if we look at last time, UNI was able to win this King's Row. Of course, I don't have the exact specifics on my note sheet, but it does say UNI won King's Row last time that these teams met. So I, of course, expect the same to happen again.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I know UNI, it's been a couple times when the first map has been one-sided, and UNI gets a little too excited coming into the second map, and it catches up to them. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens again for UNI, or if they're able to, kind of maintain their form, keep up the focus, and just absolutely roll them, as it looks like UNI will be defending first. Obviously, looking for that full hold to start, make it a short map.
Yeah, I, of course, expect to see Vandium on the Junkrat try to get that sneaky kill on with the mine and, of course, the trap. That's going to be another standard setting move that Vandium's going to try and set the pace here against UTC. And just to kind of talk a little bit about earlier, it's like, Dreth, do I actually hear you being like, what's the word that I want to look for? Like, realistic about this team? Like, we're not going to just full bore this team? Like,
I mean, maybe. Oh, we bombed. Oh no. What do heck?
uh-oh.
Heh.
I wonder what happened.
You just had to say it. Oh, gotcha.
Okay, so it looks like we just have an issue with if they were ready.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
false alarm.
yeah, I'm gonna be a little bit realistic here. Like, we've seen it before. We've seen this script, you know, going to King's Row second, defending first. You know, it's UNI kind of gets they always start out a little strong, then they like get a couple team wipes, and as that clock starts ticking down, they get a little cocky. Somebody gets out and overextends, does something a little silly, and they give up first point.
This is true. I mean, we saw that with Graceland. Like the one fantastic play from Graceland was the Symmetra teleport, get the kill on God's Jedi or Coonrat, one of the supports, and just be able to coordinate enough to get a team wipe and then push them halfway through into streets phase. Like, that's going to have to be something that UNI is going to have to watch out for. So I agree, Dress, that UNI shouldn't be too cocky on this, but of course, it's doable.
I'm very interested at the Ramatra pick here. As we see kind of the standard Junkrat from Vandium. I don't know what his unlasting plan here. But
Torbjorn? Come on, Torbjorn.
Please.
Come on, Torbjorn.
But it's kind of surprised to see the Ramatra. I like the Ramatra pick. Oh, the Cassidy. Okay, yeah. Cassidy's a good pick here. But I like the Ramatra. I actually like it a lot better than the Orisa for defense here. So
and not to mention, we got Coonrad subbing in. I don't know if I don't think he played first map, did he?
I do not believe so. I think it's Moonlit and God's Jedi. So
okay.
Like we have
so subs coming in from UNI.
I didn't even notice that, but yeah, hopefully a good start. Looks like UTC's rolling out on the Reinhardt here. Ramatra is a very good match into the Reinhardt, so it should work out in UNI's favor here.
Yeah, and I hear the magnetic grenade from the Cassidy kit go off right into UNI, but of course right there on Lasting, able to do the save and a pickup kill. UNI is on the attack, and Z-Blaze.
And pushed up a little too far.
Yeah, you gotta play around that Ramatra, but at the same time, when you get that magnetic grenade kill and you get the headshot follow-up, you know, I would throw two. I would go right in for the team.
Yeah, great opening team fight. Is this mashing could cause some problems if they can't take it out really quickly.
Yeah, especially that poke.
Pretty good counter.
As we see here, Wildcat trying to CC it out, but gets slapped. UNI is really on the back foot here as Wildcat is going down. Godot able to get the kill from the Tracer, but here comes Vandium able to get the kill. And Z-Blaze able to trade. So far, it's been pretty even, but Vandium with the tire. Let's see what he can do. Gets a huge double kill on Applesauce. And Captain Quaz. And of course, like that, UNI able to get a bend but don't break defense and not let it tick over. Fantastic job from UNI.
Yeah, great job from Vandium being able to clutch it out there, as it really looked like that would be UTC's opportunity to push through. It'll be interesting to see if UNI can come up with a real answer to this Bastion, because what they're running right now with the Ramatra does not play well into it. Because the Rhine almost walks right into the trap. Oh, it's gone.
But there's another trap right there. Of course, he's going to try and bait that entryway till Wildcat gets back, but of course, until Wildcat is back, you just got to keep on pushing it. But Wildcat's back, and he's got his ultimate. Here it comes. UNI able to get a huge 4-kill off. Wonderful job from that initiation there from Wildcat, being able to just come back just in time, pop the Ramatra ultimate, and again continuing to full hold right now for UNI.
Yeah, great team fight. Pretty well structured, being able to deal with the ultimates from UTC as they roll in. Looks like we're going to be coming up on probably next to last fight.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen UTC play any of their ultimates. As we see Babblesauce now going to the Diva. That's going to be interesting to see how that's going to play into this composition. As Unlasting is able to get a couple Deadeye kills and a magnetic grenade kill. Of course, there's a follow-up right there from Wildcat on Godot, and UNI still able to hold, trying to get the cleanup there on the Symmetra. Can't quite get it.
So close, yet so far on the
Oh, there it is! Put on
goodness.
Captain Quaz there. Fantastic
That
vision
large
from Unlasting.
Moira.
Large forehead. Hey, you got something against Irish women's foreheads?
I didn't until now. Obviously, Unlasting does. It's like
those stagger picks are
Jedi
huge.
down.
As we see Wildcats purple with 77 health left, but again, Vandium able to get the kill on Godot with the tire. Tire's been clutch today in this bend but don't break defense. Of course, the kit's being used, and here comes UNI there on the defense. Of course, they pop the wall for the side of UTC, and that's going to be huge and play in the favor of UTC. UNI might have to back up here. Here comes the Diva Bomb. Of course, another clutch play from
Both teams
Wildcat.
have ultimates in right now. Like, this is the last fight, so they better make it work. Oh, this annihilation is gonna end it.
As we see Wildcat able to get that annihilation kill on Captain Quaz, and again, already Unlasting able to get a Deadeye kill. I think that was 2 Deadeyes within like 2 minutes of each other.
Yeah, they were really close together.
That
Unlasting
is
was doing some work. Both these DPS, like we talked about before the game, they are putting on a show here on Kings Row. Great defense from UNI. And like we talked about, able to clutch up that one nasty team fight, but stay focused and make it all work. Hold it together here.
Right. UTC can do the exact same thing. Get a full hold, because it's all going to come down to that choke point. If UNI can't get past that choke point by any means necessary and not get that first tick, then UNI is going to be in some serious trouble. Of course, it's all going to come down to UTC and how they're going to do their defense. And then, of course, how UNI is going to answer with that. Because that Bastion, like I mentioned earlier, Giraffe, was playing into the hand of UTC very well. And if it wasn't from that clutch play from Vandium with the tire, we would have been talking about a different story so far.
Yeah, and if we've learned anything from the last map, it's that UTC does not have an answer for a Pharah. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that Vandium Pharah to come out here. We'll see if that's what we get, or if UNI wants to kind of roll with this, as we see a Widowmaker and an Ashe showing early, maybe a double sniper setup, but I don't anticipate Vandium sticking on that Widowmaker long.
No, unless he can get a few head clicks like he did against Graceland, I fully expect him to switch to a Cassidy. Or, of course, Junkrat. But here we go. A couple. Ooh, that was very close. Of course, it's going to be up to UTC to not really bait out any headshots or get picked, so it's all going to come down to the spacing.
I think UNI is committing to this double sniper. Very interesting choice.
Yeah, I can't really see what UTC is playing on the defense, but so far it's been mobile enough, as we see a pick come from Moodlet, of all people. Unlasting to follow it up on Applesauce. UTC's down their tank, and now UNI has full tank rain. Wildcat able to strong arm Godot, but Z-Blade trying to get that answer with the clicked head on Coonrad, but doesn't mean anything. Moodlet with the triple all the way through that sequence, and UNI wins map 2.
You can never forget about the religious robot. Never. Rule number 1, never leave the religious robot alone. And that's what they did.
But
God
of course,
Jedi making them pay.
This clutch just play from Vandium, of course. You're down, you're Ramatra. Huge double kill on Applesauce. Fantastic play. And it was Moonlit, it wasn't God's Jedi.
Oh, it was Moonlit? Wait, was God's Jedi out?
Yeah, God's Jedi was
God's
subbed
Jedi
out
got
for
subbed
Kunrad.
out. Subbed out. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, so for context, I know y'all are watching a very pretty stream. I got it pulled up on my other monitor. I'm looking at pixels, to be honest with you, through the Discord.
Hey, it's perfectly
stream,
fine.
Which is okay. We can make it function. Just sometimes, I mix up.
No, it's hard. It's hard with names and the little pixel bits, but
True.
yeah, no. If you want to watch the 10K, watch it on stream.
Yeah, it looks very nice on stream.
But with that in mind, like, I don't remember. I'm saying like a lot. I gotta stop.
Oh my god, like
Oh my god,
this
like
game of
Moonlit?
Overwatch is
Moonlit,
amazing.
like Overwatch? Oh my god, Overwatch.
Crazy.
It's so crazy.
What have we
Moonslit,
become? What has
have
this done
not
to
seen.
us?
This is what playoffs do to us, Draft. Like, working full time, and then we got to come and cast. We're going to be crazy. It's going to happen.
True.
Unfiltered, we're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
We're doing it live. But to rein us back in, I haven't seen Moonlit play the Zenyatta at all, either in postseason or in regular season. Because normally we see Moonlit play the Lucio, a lot of Mercy, a little bit of Moira, and being able to use the Zenyatta and pop off like she did, get the first pick and then 2 follow-up kills right after that in between the unlasting headshot. Like, come on, man. And she's playing on her dad's computer.
Yes.
Like, it's not even her standard setup.
No, it's a good hero to just have in your back pocket, you know, for these sort of reasons. So you can kind of throw a wild card at them a little bit, you know, and they see if they do their homework, they see Moonlit and Coonrad, and they don't think a Zenyatta probably will come from either of them. But there you go. We are versatile here at Panther Esports. We
Yeah.
make it happen.
Of course, it was very nice to see Wildcat being able to play the Orisa in Lijiang Tower. And then we see a strong Ramatra play on both offense and defense.
Yeah, I was actually very impressed by that Ramatra, especially on the defense. Just the knowledge of when and where to take the space when as they were pushing in with that Reinhardt and play against it and counter it was muy bien, very good.
Exactly. It all came down to because Ramatra's kit is just it's very givey takey. So it's really good on those mobile brawly comps like we saw, of course, with a couple snipers and I think it was mainly just snipers. Like there was a Cassidy, a Symmetra on the defense, had a Coonrad on the Ana. So it was basically just up to Wildcat to get that front line and take that front space, and he does a good job at knowing when to give and take.
Yeah, definitely. As we're heading into Route 66, looks like UNI will be defending first. What do you want to see? Well, heading into the last map, hopefully the last map. What do you want to see?
Hopefully the last map, knock on wood, I want to see the Ramatra again. Or Roadhog. I can't remember. Are they attacking first or defending first?
UNI will be defending.
Defending. So I want to see the Ramatra play. I want them to prepare for the Ramatra because Ramatra is played very much at the higher end of Overwatch. So getting prepared for that because it's going to be a tougher challenge. Again, knock on wood, that they're going to face Northwestern next week in the finals. So they need to start practicing that higher level of game.
Sombra has hacked through Earth. Sombra
Sorry.
is God.
Wow.
Oh.
That was interesting.
GGEC's in the chat. Okay, we go again. Don't worry about it.
We go
again.
So, of course, I didn't see who was playing in the supports or if Clark was going to be subbed in or not. But so we got God's Jedi back in now instead of Coonrad. So they switched back to God's Jedi for Coonrad. So I fully expect a Kiriko Mercy coming out on this defense. On lasting, we'll probably see on a McCree, maybe an Ashe, and of course Vandium's going to play the Sombra, and we actually see Sigma. Okay, so I was half right, half wrong on what this first composition was. But this is going to come down to UTC being able to defend against the sustained poke composition that UNI has been playing a lot of. So from UTC, from what I've seen so far, I would much rather see the Bapple Sauce ball, or not ball, monkey,
Ball.
the Winston. I'm sorry. I got ball in the brain. I just really want to see Hampter. I just really want to see Hampter.
Hampter.
but of course we won't see Hampter.
I think
Sadly.
the monkey would be an interesting pick here. I don't really like it into the Cassidy, but it pairs up very well against the rest of UNI's composition.
Yeah, and it's going to be how that plays against Vandium. Of course, Vandium has to walk this tightrope of getting the detects and the poke and the flank. And of course, if UTC can come back and get that pick and focus that fire on the flanking Sombra, that's going to be bad for UNI. But if UTC doesn't have an answer for the Sombra, then it's going to be free reign for UNI.
I'm actually not a huge fan of the Sombra pick. I want to get like super into the theory of it, because there's not really a lot of dive potential from UNI's comp right now. And the Sombra as she is right now, her essential purpose is to hack and create really vulnerable targets for diving. So I don't really know what they're trying to accomplish with it, other than Vandium probably says, I want to play Hee Sombra and hack people, which is fine as long as you win. But
yeah, exactly. I mean, he'll probably swap off if they start, like, if they lose first point, he'll probably swap. But so far right now, of course, Unlasting in that first team fight had a huge mechanical play game, and of course we see Wildcat there able to get a couple kills on Unlasting again, clicking heads. But the Omega one able to get the pick on Moonlit, so this would be the time for UTC to capitalize. But Applesauce is playing the Diva, which is kind of interesting into this play against the Sigma Kiriko sustain, because that's a lot of poke, and you have to really dive into this poke to be able to get some utilization from Diva.
Yeah, the Diva does not match up very well against the Sigma specifically, but it's actually a great counter to the Sombra.
It is, but we don't see Applesauce using that, as we see Vandium able to get a huge hack off.
No, and to be honest with you, all credit to Vandium. I don't think he's really the problem for UTC right now in this comp. I think the problem is the fact that there's 4 of them staring at one Sigma, and the Sigma's winning. I think that's the main problem for UTC right now.
Yeah, I mean, can I say it? Are we at that point? Can I say it, Dra? Can I say
there.
tank diff?
We're there.
It's tank diff. It's very
but
much a thing.
To be fair to Applesauce, it's not even like a full tank diff as much as it's just a team coordination difference right now. As you can see, that UNI understands that their comp is built around that Sigma, so they're gonna do everything they can to keep that Sigma alive, because without that Sigma, they will fall.
Yeah, it's a glass cannon. As we see Wildcat going down, now this is where UTC needs to capitalize. Everybody pushed the cart. Of course, we saw that early pick with, of course, iDog on Applesauce, but getting that Diva Bomb on Moonlit, I believe. Huge play, and that's probably what's going to win them. But, of course, UNI is going to contest here with Vandium on the Sombra. Of course, we hear that melody.
That's the ultimate.
And we hear Bob coming out too for the side of UTC. Unlasting trying to click some heads here. Can't quite capitalize on that. But Unlasting able to get the D-Mech, which that's going to be huge. But Z-Blade able to get the right click there with the soldier, but unfortunately pays for it as Wildcat gives him the rock. And of course, UTC able to still try and touch, but they got 1.2 meters left to play, and that's going to be huge here as we see Kitsune Rush being popped out from the side of UNI, and of course another pick, Godot going down, and just unfortunate caught out there with the strong Sigma. Seconds wind down.
And speaking of the rock, do you smell what Wildcat is cooking on this Sigma?
I smell it. I smell it, Dreth. I really do. But we're overtime. No, that's not gonna matter.
That ain't it, Chief. That's okay. Fair to UTC. Made it further than I thought they would. They got one good team fight win. I think that's legitimately the first team fight win that UTC has had for these 3 maps. But
it is. It is.
It will be on UNI to essentially finish the first point of Route 66. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Grilled cheese, please.
I would love some grilled cheese. Peas and thank you.
Bacon and bacon. Or steak and eggs.
Fun day, fudge Sunday.
Here you go. Since we're kind of in between here, what is your favorite breakfast food, Dreth?
Oh, cheesy hash browns.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good
Yeah.
choice. Mine is biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy are very good. Biscuits and gravy
Biscuits
are
and
criminally
gravy.
underrated here in Iowa.
Honestly. Like, have you ever had a home? I would put biscuits and gravy on the same level as homemade, like Newton's style breaded tenderloins.
Okay, well it depends, right? It depends on the biscuits and gravy quality that you got going on here. If it's like homemade, your grandma made this biscuits and gravy, like 10 out of 10, best thing ever. But like the crap you get at IHOP, you know what I mean? That ain't real gravy.
I've had.
This ain't real gravy. Okay, Jay's Home Style Cooking has the good stuff. I'll give you that.
Yes. Any small diner that serves biscuits and gravy, you know it's gonna slap.
Yes, good stuff. That's a winner.
Of course, ball!
Ball! I wasn't even paying attention! Ball!
Ball!
It's here!
It's here! We're doing the ball thing!
There is a god, and his name is Ball!
Wildcat on the ball, and he goes in for the Symmetra, gets a huge pile driver there out the get-go, and with that, a pick already on Godot.
This
Here
is what
comes
they've been needing to do the
Wildcat!
whole time. This is what we've been waiting for.
And already off to a
It's
strong
working.
start on Lasting, able to get the huge... This is an interesting dive comp that we haven't seen from UNI.
This looks like they've been practicing. I love it. Actually
Wow.
playing dive with the Tracer. Oh, mwah, chef's kiss.
Wow.
Tracer, Genji, Wrecking Ball. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, it's beautiful.
I
My
am
ear is made.
speechless. Dread. They
This
played
is
dive and they played it so well.
That was actually a very well coordinated dive. And the moonlit Zen
The
hits
moonlit
different
pick.
tonight.
The Genji
slam.
unlasting dash.
The slam all but finishes them off. You cannot deal with the ball.
And like this, UNI taking that victory lap again, unlasting, able to get the kill on the back line of UTC. As Bapple Sauce goes down, UNI is heading to the finals.
Hell yeah, and in the best way possible. In the best possible way, Wrecking Ball carries them to victory. So I believe
Dreth, you got what you asked for.
I finally got what I asked for. Finally.
And they did it in such fantastic fashion. But look at Moonlit getting the play of the game here.
Actually,
This was coming
very
off
impressive.
of the Sombra ultimate on the
I know
pack.
we've talked earlier in the season about the improvement that we've seen over the course of the season from Moonlit especially. I mean, I think that right there is a prime example of that, and the Zen picks that we saw are a lot of progress coming forward. Very proud. So I think, have we interviewed Moonlit this season?
Yes, we
We
have.
have? Okay. Who haven't we interviewed? Do we know?
Coonrad? I don't believe we've interviewed Coonrad.
Okay. Did Coonrad play all of them? I don't think Coonrad played all three. Have we interviewed on
No,
Lasting?
Coonrad played King's Row.
Have we interviewed on Lasting?
No, but Unlasting doesn't want to be interviewed.
Doesn't want to be interviewed? Oh my goodness. Alright, well, do we want to interview Coonrad? Shall I go pop down there and see?
Yeah, you can go ahead and check
Okay.
out.
I'll be right back. You guys hold down the fort.
Oh, do we want to
could
interview the
let's Alright,
coach?
let's interview the coach. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
sounds good. Well, with that, you and I heading to the finals. If you're watching this now and you don't want to stick around for interviews, which I highly suggest that you do stick around for our player interview, coach interview. But we have another stream going on at this exact moment. UNI Rocket League playing their last round robin before the playoffs, which they are also going to the playoffs. So if you don't want to stick around here or after here, go ahead and watch the second stream. Oh, and with that, everyone's back. Hi, everyone.
I brought a coach with me.
Well, Star, congratulations on the win.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go ahead, give us the rundown. What was your thoughts?
I was just gonna say I was really nervous going into sorry, I have to ask for results. No, I was really nervous going into this matchup, like, because, so I don't know if you guys noticed in the beginning, I don't know if you were streaming it or not, but our ranks got changed because of and like, that had been on my mind, like, since I realized that on Wednesday, But no, this team was super chill, and I'm very thankful for that. And I hope that the team next week is also chill. And I'm really proud of this team because I think that just shows like how much that they've improved. And I mean, they've been working so hard these last couple of weeks, like just in scrims and on their own, and it's just awesome watching them play like this.
We were just talking about that specifically. Moonlit, who I guess I'm watching the play of the game 3 minutes delayed right now on stream, but just the improvement that we've seen from a lot of these freshman players who have not played in a competitive environment. The team coordination it's awesome. It's great to see. What's your favorite, I guess, piece of improvement that you've seen, or your favorite little thing that you've seen so far this season?
I mean, well, okay. I'm gonna just go with, so this match specifically, watching Ryder's Ramatra, even from yesterday, like that might sound like not, but like we had scrims yesterday and we were trying to play the Ramatra more, and his Ramatra, like today, from how it was yesterday, was even super improved. And then, like when we were watching the play of the game, it's funny, they were pointing out to me, Moonlit was like, see, I'm not jumping, because that's something we've worked on a lot, especially, like, if they're playing hit scan, is just not, like, jumping as much, when they're just trying to shoot. So, that was really cool to see, but I don't know, just overall as individual players. And I'd also like to give a shout out to, Michael. I mean, that was something I've been reflecting a lot on, like, how much their ranks have changed. And I mean, Michael, Kunrad started out as a bronze player, like I think across all roles, and has now made it to platinum on support. So it's crazy just to see how much they've grown.
Yeah, that's great. And looking at the matchups tonight, I was gonna mention the Ramatra. It's great to see you guys kind of expanding into some different options for your comps. I know the wrecking ball probably isn't anything we're gonna see again, but I
No.
greatly appreciate that. It's good. It's good to see the flexibility, and I know it's not something you guys have probably practiced a lot, but it looked like a cohesive dive. Like this team has the coordination. It looks like from the outside that they have the communication and the coordination to really pull off a lot of whatever you're trying to throw at them, which is very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see too what next week brings, but next week will be our most challenging match. I haven't looked at the results yet. I don't know who's won the well, I guess because they just started probably, but my guess is it's going to be the number 1 seed, which is Northwest MSU, and we lost to them our first time, but we were down a player, so yeah, I'm curious to see, like, when we come with our full team, and especially with how much we've improved. And I think we also fought them. It was like an off night, and yeah, curious to see what it'll be like once we're in full swing.
Yeah, not to mention you did go back and battle back and able to push it to a map 4, which is, just already telling when you're a down person and you're having an off night that you're still able to at least get one map and not go get 3-0'd is very telling on, just the capability of this team. And of course that is shown again tonight with the wonderful play against UTC, who literally had everything to play for. Like they came out trying their best, but you guys were just on top of everything. Now, the question that I had, and maybe you might have touched on this a little bit, but what do you think your most improved map has been overall?
Our most improved map overall is honestly going to be our starting map for next week, I would say, Ilios. We have been working on Ilios a lot. I basically, so once I saw, like, okay, we're in the playoffs, and I kind of saw how the layout was going to be, we have been practicing Lijiang and Ilios, which are the last 2 starting maps. Like, Lijiang was this week and Ilios is next week. Like, every practice, it's like, okay, we're gonna practice Ilios and we're gonna give it everything we have. And yesterday, again, at our scrim, I think we 99-0'd all 3 maps, and it was like a scrim that was very competitive for us, so I'm really excited, I guess, for them to come out. Hopefully they can do that again tomorrow.
So as we're kind of recapping, and I don't know if we'll get an interview with you next time, what do you think has been the highlight for your entire semester so far playing with this Team Star?
A highlight? I mean, guess I would say just watching them play these games and just being able to play the best that they can. I don't know. It's just every time watching them play, watching them improve. Yeah, I don't
It's
know if I
all
have
kind of been in highlight.
yeah, I don't know if I have like one specific moment. But I mean, especially these last couple weeks have been really, really good practices and good games for us.
Breath, Rami, do you got any more serious questions?
What you got, Rami?
My color of socks, I am barefoot in my
Oh no!
sitting at my desk
No!
right now.
I don't want that mental image. Oh.
Dear Lord.
Thanks. Okay,
Come
changing
on,
the
man.
subject.
Going
I was
full
gonna
stigma.
propose the same question that I asked Dreth in between that last map there. What's your favorite breakfast food?
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
cereal 100%. Any
Cereal?
type of cereal too. Like, well, so okay, long story short, ever since I was a kid, I was forced to have Cheerios with every single cereal that I eat. So I still continue to have Cheerios with every single cereal I eat. However,
like-
Lucky Charms are a staple in this household. I love Lucky Charms.
All right, hold up.
We
hold
always
up.
have a box of Lucky Charms in our
Hold up.
apartment.
You have to dilute down the cereal with Honey Nut Cheerios.
Cheerios.
Cheerios. Like basic Honey Nut Cheerios?
No, like regular, not Honey Nut, just like plain
Ah.
Cheerios.
Why?
Oh.
Until I was like 7, I was only allowed to have Cheerios and Kix and nothing else. And I had to have the Kix with Cheerios.
Why? Is
For
that for like
reliving-
heart
for
health or
reliving
what?
childhood
Fiber?
traumas here on the
No,
Overwatch Twitch
I
stream.
still enjoy Cheerios. I it's a weird thing, but I still am no longer forced, and I continue to do it. So.
Oh, okay, Miss Cereal. Is it cereal and then milk, or is it milk and cereal?
Oh, cereal and then milk. 100%.
Okay, do you do the one spot, or do you like circulate the milk?
What?
Like, have you ever heard about
It's
that?
this. What?
I think
We are
You know what I
getting
mean,
into
right?
Cereal weeds right here.
Because I mean, think about it.
I honestly can't. Like, I don't think about it. I just pour the milk. So
Just eat the damn cereal.
I'm also watching
No,
a
I'm
spider
serious.
crawl
This is-
across my wall, and I have to kill
Oh
it.
yeah, go kill it. Go kill it. All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you very much for joining us for this this interview that
Yeah.
definitely hasn't
Oh.
derailed completely.
Also, Rami, you should raid the second channel.
Oh, true.
After this.
Yeah.
True. Yeah, everyone go support. Is it League that's playing?
No, it is
Rocket
Rocket League.
Oh, it's Rocket League. That's what I said, right? Yeah. Go support the Rocket League team here on the UNI Panther Esports 2 Twitch channel. And yeah, thank you all for watching. We'll see you Thursday, right? Anna?
Yes, Thursday.
Wait, we'll see you all Thursday for the finals. Bye.